Hey, what's up, guys? We are back at it again. Yes, we are. This is Jake with Success Motors. If you're just landing on the page, I am the owner operator of Success Motors. We are a small dealership in College Station, Texas. We are kind of a specialty vehicle dealership. We sell a whole lot of Ford Excursions, as well as some like lifted trucks and Vipers and Raptors, stuff like that. But if you're landing on this video, I imagine it's because you've seen the listing for this or for one of our other Excursions listed for sale right now. So over the next 10 to 15 minutes, you can expect me to kind of walk around this truck, show you the ins and outs, all the good things and the bad. My goal is that by the end of this video, you will know as much about this truck as I do so that you can make a good, informed decision. But again, we are in College Station, Texas, and a couple of notable things. I do not edit these videos. I'm a one-take kind of guy, so what you see is what you get. If you do have any questions about this truck or any others that we have listed, you can leave a comment here on the YouTube channel, or you can message us on Instagram, info or Success Motors, Success_Motors, excuse me, on Instagram, the Success Motors on Facebook, or you can email me info@successmotors.net. But anyway, this one is a 2004. It is a Ford Excursion Limited. It's the top tier Limited, so there's two versions of a Limited. This is the top one, which gets you like more buttons and stuff on the steering wheel. It is a four-wheel drive, 6-liter Powerstroke diesel, and it is a great running and driving vehicle. In fact, I've been daily driving this one for a little while now. I would say it's one that you can hop in and just go. It does have 302,000 miles on it, so it's got quite a few miles. It has been deleted, and it does have quite a bit of work recently done to it. Also, check out the Carfax, guys. It's clean Carfax, Texas truck, 3 owners. The original owner owned it all the way until 2017, and it has really good maintenance history, guys. Check it out. It was, I believe it was serviced at like a Covert Ford the first, was that 13 years of its life. It's got really good history, and it's just a great running, driving, stopping vehicle. But please, if you're interested, watch this entire video, as it does have some, it does have some flaws that I want to make sure you're aware of before you buy this thing. And I want to make sure that you're comfortable buying it, even if you're buying it maybe from up north and you don't even plan to come down and look at it. But anyway, I'm going to get up closer to it and I'm going to show you guys the paint. Excuse me. Overall, I would rate this one as like on a 10-point scale. If the red one I just posted yesterday was like maybe a 9, I'd rate this one at probably, like, if I'm just being honest, from an appearance, aesthetics, like a 6, maybe a 7. Because if you get up close to this one clearly didn't spend its entire life in a garage. It spent some time outside. And on the hood, it's got some of those cracks. Now, those cracks are only slightly on this fender, and they go away as you get down further. That is absolutely a cosmetic paint issue to be expected for a black vehicle in Texas, and can absolutely be fixed. But I just want you to see that, because those aren't going to show up in a picture. It's got some cracking in it. But we do have, I don't see any dents on this fender, just some paint issues. We are running brand spanking new tires here. These are the Cooper Discoveries. I think we're running the stock size. You got 275, looks like 275/70 R16s with some aftermarket wheels. Look pretty good. Tires are literally brand new. We do have the aftermarket tow mirrors here. They look great. Passenger side door, overall, looks really good. Not too many issues. Those cracks in the paint are not present on the doors. That was only there on the top of the truck, on the hood area. I don't see any door dings or anything on this side. Next door, honestly looks pretty good as well. Couple of like light little scratches in the clear coat. Here's one that's totally in the clear coat, could be buffed out. That's not in the paint. I don't see any major dents. I do see a little spider right there, and there's a little dent right here. Again, it's a nice truck. I would, maybe a 6 isn't fair to this truck, because these things are, maybe it's a 6 for me. But if you go shopping around and you've been looking for Excursions for a while, you know that these things can be absolutely nasty. this is not a nasty one. This is a really nice one, and it's priced well. It runs good, and it's got all the history to prove it. So in like excursion land, exclude me, I would rate this much higher than a 6. But for what we have been selling, you know, we've just had some really, really nice trucks. But again, new tires all around. I don't see too many flaws on this side. A couple little door dings that don't show up very well on camera. A couple little light scratches. Nothing crazy there on that side. Biggest condition issue we've seen so far is the kind of the splitting or the cracking on the hood. Rear bumper, you know, looks pretty clean. Couple little dents and dings. Couple little scratches. You know, not bad. Just, you know, just kind of there. Everything looks pretty good. Underneath is good. Just no rust truck, guys. This is a Texas truck. There's no rust on this truck. All right, we're coming to one of the biggest exterior flaws. Now, this puppy can be PDR'd out, but it won't be perfect if they do PDR, because these with the crack in the middle make it kind of a challenge to fix. And then you got this paint chip right here. So something unfortunately hit right there. I would say that's a good 3" by 1.5" dent. And it could absolutely be fixed if it bugs you. It would honestly bug me if I was buying this truck. I'd fix it. You don't have to fix it, obviously, but just want you to know that it is there, and you probably can't see that in the pictures, which is why I do these videos, so that you get a good idea of exactly what you're buying. Otherwise, you know, slight just fading there on the trim piece. I mean, really nothing crazy. I mean, you can see the paint's actually in pretty good condition. Just got some slight issues there on that trim piece. Again, tires are new, wheels look good. Not too many big dents or flaws. I mean, it's a good truck, just some paint issues here and there. And then that dent we just saw there on the, I guess what would be called the C-pillar. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not seeing too many dents or dings. I will tell you, we're missing a button right here. Or not a button, just a, yeah, I guess a button. Still works. Could be replaced, or you could just use a code that doesn't include that. And then also worth noting, this truck was attempted break-in. As you know, with these trucks, this is a easy truck to stick a screwdriver in and pop it. So this lock mechanism is broken. You cannot stick your key in there. To replace that, you'd have to find a piece at a junkyard. I couldn't find a piece to replace that. So you just got to use your key fob and or that door code right there, which again, that door code works. You just can't use your key to get in that thing the way that it is. Front fender looks good for our driver's side fender. I don't see any dents or dings. But again, close up on the hood, you guys. Hate to beat this truck up too much because it's a really good truck, but you can just see, you know, it's got some, that makes, the phone makes it look terrible. If you're standing 5 feet away, you don't even see it. And that could absolutely be fixed. And that condition element is reflected in the price. This is why I'm not asking high 20s for this one. It's a really nice truck, but it's just got some paint issues that you could definitely have fixed. Headlights look good. Let me poke you up underneath here. Again, no rust. Great Carfax, no accidents, Texas truck, and a really solid maintenance history, guys. And then kind of the last big, just oops, this bumper is just got a gap here. There's a little dent right here, and I would assume that it just kind of pushed this bumper down. Not a huge thing, but you'll just see that that gap is bigger than it is on the other side. All right, let's go inside. It's actually real hot where I am here in Texas. Just gonna show you around. My phone's getting hot, so if there's a breakup in the video, it's because my phone got too hot and overheated. Interior looks really good. You know, you've got the heated seats, you've got the memory seats. Overall, you know, really a clean vehicle inside. Seats work. You got the upgraded aftermarket head unit. Of course, it's 4-wheel drive. It's got the trailer brake controller. Guys, I bought this from a family, man. That little piece is broken. Super typical on these things. But just very clean up front. No rust in the rockers, as you can see. I bought this from a family guy in Austin, Texas. And he used it to haul his family around. and just kind of drove into the lake and stuff like that in this thing. And man, it's one of those trucks you can just get in and go. It starts every time, and it runs good. It looks good. Back seat has a couple of tears in the leather in that back seat. Totally fixable if you wanted to. It does have a couple of rips in that back seat. By the way, the AC has just been completely rebuilt on this thing. Front and rear AC works real well. You can see not too many stains or anything in the carpet. Headliner looks pretty clean. It's got your spare tire. Looks good. Brand new alternator, as well as quite a few other things. Be sure to check out I always forget everything we've done to this thing, or these things, when I'm making these videos. Be sure to check out the listing description below, or in the video description below, or be sure to just read the listing on Instagram. And you'll see everything that we've done to it recently. But it's had a lot of work done to it recently. I'm telling you, this is a good one. You can see past some of the few cosmetic flaws, and I think I'm honestly making a bigger deal about those flaws than they really are. If you've been looking for an Excursion for any amount of time, you know that this is honestly a nice one. Just got a couple of little boo-boos outside and a couple of paint issues. All right, let's go inside. And again, if you have any questions or whatever, email me, info@successmotors.net, or you can call me 979-202-1948. I'm gonna pop the hood. Let's look underneath, and then I will start it so you guys can hear this thing run. I'm gonna put my phone down, so forgive me for this. All right, perfect. So batteries are newer. By the way, we just replaced these terminals. So the terminals are all new. They were kind of corroded before, so new terminals. Brand new alternator. I believe it has a new FICM, FICM FICM. We just did a full service on it. So oil filter, fuel filter, and oil change. So she is ready to rock and roll. Let me start this thing up. The brakes were also just completely rebuilt, by the way. So it's got new brakes. I mean, everything about the brakes. I was told that the guy was on a family vacation and he was going and the brakes gave out on him. So we'll start it up. I'm gonna sit in the AC for a second because it's hot. So 302,240 miles. So brakes are completely new. AC is new. You'll see no lights, with the exception of it does have an intermittent ABS light. That light comes on and goes off. Comes on and goes off. Comes on and goes off. I'm not sure why that is, because the brakes are supposed to be completely new. They were rebuilt by the previous owner, but he told me that, I mean, everything about the brakes is completely new, from lines to the brake pump to, I mean, everything about it. But it does, just so you know, there's no engine light, no check engine light, none of that. I've been daily driving this thing, but that ABS light will come on and it'll go off. In fact, it was off the first half of my drive over here, and then it went back on. You can hear the AC is blowing. It's blowing ice cold. It works. It's got that aftermarket stereo. Rear AC is working. You got your windows, they all work. You got your door locks, they work. Yeah, it's just a good, clean, nice truck. Lights work, blinkers work, fully serviced, past state inspection. Let me listen to you. Let me listen to you. Let you listen to it run. Come back here, you see no smoke or anything blowing out of it. Guys, it's bone stock, never tuned. Had a lot of money spent on it recently. It drives good, it shifts good, it runs good, it stops good. It's one that you can just hop in and go somewhere right now. Few cosmetic issues worth maybe noting. of course, some of the paint issues, a couple little dents and dings. But overall, man, it's a nice Excursion. It would treat your family well for years to come. Again, be sure to check out the description in the video, like the video description below, for everything that's been done to it. But I think it's a real nice truck that would treat your family really, really well. And of course, these black Excursions, man, with the chrome and stuff, these things look awesome. It's a good looking truck. So hopefully I didn't harp on it too much, but I just want to give you guys an accurate representation of what the truck is. If you're interested in buying it, if you're in Texas, come see me. We'll test drive it. It's easy peasy. If you're out of state, if you're up north, easy peasy as well. Hopefully this video suffices for kind of what you need to see, and we can handle all the documentation via DocuSign, and we can handle the payment via wire, and then we'll have this puppy transported up to you. It's a real easy process if you're out of state and you want to buy it. Again, highlights: it's a 2004 Ford Excursion Limited, 4-wheel drive, 6-liter Powerstroke diesel, bone stock, has quite a few new parts, new tires. Man, it's a great truck, you guys. All right, if you have any questions, email us, info@Success Motors. Otherwise, God bless you guys, and stick around because we have many more Excursions to be listed here in the next few days. All right, bye-bye.